What is a Lis Pendens? Lis Pendens? Lis Pendens in real estate. What language is it? Is it Latin? I don't know what language it is. Lis Pendens. What is it and what do you need to know about it? Why would someone use this as a tool within a real estate transaction? Let's review all the details so you know what to expect if you either get a Lis Pendens put on your own property, or if you need to file a Lis Pendens on a property that you're trying to pursue or you're trying to purchase or working with someone on. So from the buyer side, two sides of a transaction for a real estate deal. There's a buyer, there's a seller. So if you are buying a property and you're under contract and it's still active and the contract has not been breached in any way and it has not been terminated either. So if it's still fully legally active and your deposit's you're in your due diligence, you're running, or you don't even have to be in your due diligence, but if it's still an active agreement, the title reports run, all that kind of stuff. If it's still active and legal and, all that stuff, and the seller, and remember, you're on the buy side, and the seller ghosts you, the seller tries to then sell it to another buyer behind your back, because say they got an offer that's a little higher than yours while you were under contract, and again, the contract hasn't been breached yet. If that situation happens, that's typically, when a buyer would file a Lis Pendens on a property. It's important to note Lis Pendens laws and all that can and do vary per area, so just look up your local laws, talk to an attorney, and typically it's the easiest just to have an attorney file a Lis Pendens for you. In most areas versus trying to do it yourself or, get certified and then do it yourself kind of thing. But it protects you because, they legally signed an agreement with you to perform if the contract stays active, it hasn't been breached, and it hasn't been terminated. So if all those still are in good standing legally, and then they try and ghost you and break the contract on their end and resell it, you do have a right to file a Lis Pendens and basically put a hold. It freezes the title, freezes the property, so they cannot sell it. When they go and try and sell it to the next person for a little bit higher because they got a last minute offer, even though it was too late, they think it's not too late. It is too late if you file Lis Pendens. Lis Pendens is that how you say the plural version? Lis Pendai. A Lis Pendens is not free. Especially if you're using an attorney to file it for you, you have to pay them and there's a cost that comes with it. But if it saves a deal, it could end up saving you a lot more money down the road if it was a worthwhile piece of property to pursue. So that's a Lis Pendens. Hopefully if you're on the buyer side, you don't get hit with a Lis Pendens. They're not always, make sure if that does happen and someone puts a Lis Pendens on your property, you want to make sure they actually have some legal standing and legal, it's some people can just file. It's like getting sued. It's like not everyone who gets sued, they don't know. It's not always like valid. Like I can sue Apple for having, a misshaped iPhone, even though it's not. It's just, it's just a random example. I'm not actually gonna sue Apple, but just, people can file a Lis Pendens for any reason. That doesn't mean it's actually valid or gonna work. So take it with a grain of salt. Obviously, and look into it if you are on the seller side. But that's all you need to know about Lis Pendens and how to use it as a tool and what to expect if you see one on a property.